Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your August 2020 mid-month general readings. This is for the last half of August 2020. This reading is for the fire sign of Leo, our lovely lions. Welcome everyone. Thanks for taking the time to tune in today. And indeed for everything that you do in support of this channel. Liking, sharing, subscribing, the donations some of you make to the channel, sending in your comments and feedback. Everything helps and everything is welcome. Thank you so much. I hope everyone is staying safe and well in the crazy world we're living in today. All right, let's move right into this. Leo. So this is for Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. If your Venus is in Leo, if you're cross-watching for a Leo, it all applies fundamentally. But of course, general readings resonate a little differently for everyone. You know what your stories are. So watch all of your signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus if you know them, because it can give different perspective and insight to whatever's going on in your life. If you find that any of the readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading, just click on the description link below. Click on that little arrow that pulls down info, and you'll see some contact details there. You can email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm pretty diligent at working with everyone's schedules to get readings set up in as timely a fashion as possible. So email me if you're interested. I'd be happy to set something up for you. Okay, Leo. Let's see what the second half of August looks like for you. All right, Leo, we begin with the Five of Wands, followed by the Devil, the Four of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. From the bottom of the deck, overall energy is the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So Leo, it looks like there's some looks like there's some arguments, conflict going on that have kind of a toxic undertone or overtone to them. We have the Five of Wands accompanied by the Devil. So the Five of Wands is the conflict. And the Five of Wands, because it's a minor number and a pip card, can represent that the conflict itself might be petty, but that it's circular. The people in this circle aren't out to kill each other. They're using practice weapons. They're sparring. But everyone wants to win. Nobody wants to back down. Nobody wants to kind of elevate and say, I don't want to be part of this anymore. There's no real winners and no real losers, but there's no real path to success either. It just keeps going around and around and around. Petty arguments, circular arguments, arguing over the same thing over and over again. Underneath it is the Devil. Pretty toxic, profound imbalance. The Devil can represent a variety of different things. Addictions, drug, alcohol, sex, gambling, shopping, working, toxic negative relationships, too much power and control, neediness, compulsiveness, temptations, vices. So what does that really mean? Fundamentally, the Devil represents too much obsessive focus in one area to the detriment of the person and the people around them or the situation itself. So it looks like maybe around the middle part of August or so, Leo, there's some conflict, perhaps some bickering arguments. But what I'm really feeling is that this is an old argument. Whatever it is that you're arguing about, whether this is in a specific one-on-one relationship or a different situation, perhaps regarding work, career, and finances, because we have an abundance of Pentacles cards here, which is earth energy, which usually points to the physical structure of your life. Out of 6 cards, 4 of them are pentacles. So the focus is on perhaps equality in the relationship or the situation, focusing on your stability for the last half of August. And it feels like what the argument is about is the inequality or the unevenness of who's giving and who's receiving. Leaving one person feeling like they're putting their all into a situation and looking for stability and continuity, but the other person or the other side of the situation is not giving back in a commensurate sort of way. I also feel like you are going to be pretty busy in the last half of August, focused on work or projects or things that kind of center around the physical structure of your house. Sorry, of your life. It might be your home as well. That might be something that you're fighting about as well. And here we have the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So Pentacles is earth energy, right? This Wands is fire energy. Earth is the element that governs the suit of Pentacles. Finance, money, job, assets, physical stability. It can even, Pentacles, can show up for, whatever makes us feel solid, stable, and secure in the day-to-day aspects of our life, including long-term relationships. So the Four of Pentacles represents somebody who's holding on to what makes them feel safe, holding on to what they have or what they have left, because that's what makes them feel safe. So it can also be a card of being protective, guarded, because what you're holding on to represents stability and continuity, whether it's actual money, finances, material possessions, or even internal things like your own feelings, because in relationships this can represent not wanting to relax your guard, not wanting to open up and give out too much. Sometimes I see the Four of Pentacles come up when somebody has lost quite a bit already in their life and they're pretty focused on retaining what they have left and building up what they have because that's what makes them feel safe. So they hold on to the things that make them feel safe. They don't want to, open their arms up and let it go. We have the Ace of Pentacles here, which is the start of something new. It can be a new job, moving, relocating, a new project of some kind. And then your overall energy, the overall energy for the last half of August is the Six of Pentacles, which can, it represents giving and receiving, but sometimes it can be, what we call the breadcrumbing card, representing that one person is doing most of the giving and the other person is doing most of the taking. And what accompanies it is the Ten of Pentacles, which is long-term security and stability in finances, in material possessions, in long-term security, in whatever it is that makes you feel like you don't have to worry about the future. There's a strong connection to home and family with the Ten of Pentacles. It can represent family money, family business, family estate, inheritance. I mean, part of what this rather toxic, circular, ongoing conflict is about appears to be the level of long-term stability and security that you have or don't have in your life. Whether that's, in an actual material thing like your home or something of that sort. Perhaps a relationship where you feel like you're the one doing more of the giving, the other person is doing more of the taking, and it still leaves you feeling like you're still uncertain and cloudy about the future. Can also be a work environment or financial situation, a job environment which is rather toxic, that's taking so much out of you, and it doesn't feel like you're getting enough in return, and that is your focus. You want to have this Ten of Pentacles, and it kind of looks like, Leo, for the Leos I'm reading for, that you're holding out for something to be finished so that you can start a new chapter or start over again. And it feels like during this time frame, you're pretty much sticking to your guns on whatever this conflict is about. Whether it's about feeling secure that the relationship is a committed, established relationship that's going to continue for quite some time. or whether, again, it's a job or work situation or a friendship or a property situation. Again, it might be inheritance for some of you. Some of you might be in the middle of a battle which has been going on quite a while for an equitable division of, finances, money, property, etc. Ultimately, this is what you're wanting. You're wanting this long-term security and stability, regardless of what the situation is, what your stories are. It feels like you're the one putting the majority of the effort into it, and you don't feel that stability, and so therein is the conflict. And it looks like you're sticking to your guns in whatever this conflict is about, and you're not willing to back down or to compromise, because the priority for you is feeling safe and stable looking forward. And again, it feels like some of you are holding out for this situation to resolve itself so that you can move on. I also feel like some of you, after having put in all this time and effort and love and money or whatever it is that you've invested in this, some of you are being asked to, during this time frame of the last half of August, compromise yet some more, shave off some part of what stability you do have. But your investment in giving to this situation or giving to this person is not what it was in the beginning. Perhaps in the beginning you were caught up in feeling part of a couple, feeling part of a team, feeling part of something, and you gave and gave and gave and were kind of caught up in the joy of caring and giving and feeling very ambitious and motivated towards that. But it feels like as time has played out in this situation, Leo, you are less and less inclined to compromise so much of your own personal security and stability and what you want, because after all this time, you're not getting back, you haven't gotten back. It feels like you've been running in place, and you're being asked, some of you, again, to give up a little bit, even if it's temporary, of what stability you have, and therein is the conflict, and you're not willing to do that anymore. You can't justify doing it anymore. Now you're focused on your stability and your security and not giving any more in this situation until either the situation or person begins to give to you or this cycle draws to an end so that you can start over again. It feels like you're waiting for something specific to come in or to happen so that there can be a renewal, or you can leave and start over again. It might be a new job, it might be a new relationship, it might be moving. I am getting a sense of home, house, so it might be that situation as well. So let's pull one or two advice and guidance cards on how you can best navigate through this situation for this time period. Action steps are what you need to focus on. It feels like the earth energy area of your life at present, like what you have day to day or week to week, is stable and actually quite good, and that's where you're putting your efforts into. But for some reason, it feels like it's still very present, and you don't have the sense that there's a strong foundation under you that's going to, last into the future. And so you're also building up towards that future, and you don't want to share any of it. You don't want to let any of it go, because it feels like ultimately you're the one that has to catch yourself that somebody or something doesn't have your back. So what to focus on for the last half of August for our lovely Leos? The Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. More Pentacles, tons of Pentacles cards. It's really about focusing on your own security, maintaining your own security, being the capable, resourceful person that you are here with the Queen of Pentacles, even though you're a fire sign. The Queen of Pentacles kings and queens have matured and evolved to the place where they have control and balance and discipline and harmony over the element of their suit. And the Queen of Pentacles is, a very practical, capable, resourceful individual. She's worked hard to get to the place of stability that she's at. And the Eight of Pentacles is the work card. Whether it's your job, your situation, your project, whatever it is that you do in your day-to-day life that sustains your day-to-day life, you're being asked to just kind of focus on that. Focus on your stability, focus on your work, focus on the physical things that are in front of you. Kind of, nose to the grindstone. I do feel like the physical structure of your life is stable, but you have underlying fears about how stable it's going to continue to be, because it feels like you're putting in all this on the expectation that it's going to secure your future for you, but you don't feel like that future is secure because the other person or the other part of the situation or job or atmosphere isn't giving back to you. So it's about kind of being more self-focused, getting through your work. I think you're going to be pretty busy in the last half of August, and this conflict, whatever the details and specifics of this ongoing conflict, the same old story and argument is in your life, Leo. It doesn't feel like you're backing down and you're no longer willing to compromise, because you want to make sure that you're going to be okay now and in the future, and that's what you're working on and that's what you're holding out for. So good for you. Fair enough. A pretty self-empowered sort of reading, really. And I feel like some of you may have some financial material or resources coming in for you in the last half of August, or maybe at the very end of August or the beginning of September. And I feel like while you've had an eye on it and you might be hoping and waiting for it, it's actually going to turn out to be better than you anticipate, and it's going to give you more of a sense of long-term stability and safety. Particularly in the physical structure of your life, home, money, finances, material stuff. So that's for some of you Leos as well. So Leo, that is your reading for the last half of August. I hope that you found it useful, that it gave you some food for thought at least. Again, if any of these readings do resonate with you and you'd like to reach out for a personal reading or information about that, just click on the little arrow that pulls down information. You'll see my email address, Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. I do offer a wide variety of readings in all the main areas of life. I will see you again, Leo, in a couple of weeks for the September 2020 general readings. And until then, stay safe and well, be blessed, and I hope to see you back here again soon.